Okay, this is the first one. We're in my FCM 36 Pak40. Great little premium French tank destroyer. Very little armor, but just an amazing gun. 75mm gun. And this is, we've already joined the battle in progress. We're at 13-15. We've already lost even close to even numbers here. I see this T2 medium. And let me make sure I'm in my right sights. There we go. Get a first shot in on him. 106. And a follow-up shot to kill. So there's our first kill. This is a 47%er for us. Fairly even, but they do have some decent players on their team, although it looks like their LTP, the best player they had, has already died. Typical of a tier 3, 2/3 match. But this game, I picked it out because it really does highlight the FCM. Not always, you don't always get these long-range sniper matches, and this one shows that, you know, provided you can pick the right positions and show a little patience, like I'm right now, you can. And I'm gonna have to, you know, essentially, this is kind of the predicament I'm in. There goes one. And oh, that good thing that guy just waited for me to come along there. You're about to see essentially a massacre here. Now, I had to let my team die, well, these guys over here anyways, because there was no way I was going to be able to move up and really support them. So, you can see this gun has damage of 110 average and penetration of 98, so it's plenty enough to deal with these tanks. That are remaining. Looks like we've got 2 tier 3s and the rest tier 2s. Still 6 tanks on the enemy team. Most of them, well, they're split up, I believe, about half and half right now. I'm waiting to see if there are any guys. Oh, I see that tree fall, so I know there's one more, at least one more coming. I pull back to expose less and less of my rather frail armor. Give him very little to shoot at here, hopefully. And just play the waiting game. And there he is. Cruiser 3. And what are we going to get? Yep, that was enough. So 5 kills in the span of maybe a couple of minutes there. So, and there, hey, there's another one. Marder 35T. Oh, bad shot on him starting off, but looks like I'm getting some assist from behind me. From the T2 medium. So, there you go, Top Gun already. Now, this was the slightly worrying bit. This T2 is about to go around me and pass me, which is fine. He did the right thing. He pushed up on their base, I believe. This maneuver, essentially, or him doing that, is eventually what will win us this match. But I wasn't too confident of that in a few minutes, because... well, I know the LTP, at least one LTP is over in the northwest. I don't know where all the other tanks are, so... and until this VAE Type B is dispatched, I'm not sure why he's showing up so light green. Is that supposed to tell you something? Like he's out of your radio range or something? I don't know. But, yeah, well, let's speed this up a little bit, because I do wait right here a little bit. So, we wait, nothing happens. I go up to the top of the hill here. Very slowly. Obviously, times 8, and I'm going that slow. I get up here. I see that the VAE has been killed by the medium M2. And so I'm hoping that I'm going to be close enough to see him at some point. But unfortunately, he's on that very back one. He's going up that one route towards our medium 2. There he is. So he's slightly outside my render range. I can't see him, so I'm going to have to move forward. And I do. He's killed the M2 medium. Now I have no eyes over there. So I'd literally have to go down. So this is my dilemma. Do I go down? Do I try to go around back south again and around to our cap? what do I do? Now, of course, we're capping. We've got 1 minute. But I only see 3 tanks over there, which means that there's 1 tank at least that could potentially challenge the cap. So I decide, eventually here, when I think I will see them in a minute here. They probably could have easily won this game if they just all started capping as quickly as possible. Moved, you know, essentially moved faster. Oh, there's the Cruiser 3. So I found the unit that was... now why he's moving towards our flag instead of towards his, you know, flag to interrupt the cap, I don't know. BB, I guess. So I get a shot in on him. And another for the kill. So there's 7. And then the M2 medium is firing at me, and I decided to pull back here. I figured if he had a shot at me, maybe I'll get a shot at him, but no, he's in a good spot. He's exposing very little of his tank, and now he's disappeared. So I kind of pull back, realizing that we're capping, and I don't really need to do much more at this point, and that they don't have a way to probably interrupt our cap. So that was it. Here's the game we just watched on Karelia. You can see not a huge moneymaker, 21,195. I don't think I shot any APCR, but maybe I did. I don't think I would have needed to. Got the Top Gun, got a sniper award, and was it the Hunter, I believe? Hit percentage was 100%, 11 of 11 shots. Amazingly accurate gun on this thing. I mean, if you let it aim, you're probably most likely going to at least hit. Not sure about penning all the time, but hitting. You can see the score, yeah, not huge again, only 725 XP times 1, I believe. Nope, a times 2 even. Okay, this one's on my T18. It's on Himmelsdorf. We're having a really a good prediction match here. This is obviously a 79%er. Very few experienced players. There's one decent experienced player on the other team. But a lot of new players. But this one just shows off the. Ironically, I got this tank because of Jingles, the Mighty Jingles. He did a video on the T18. I think I must have played through it, obviously, to get to other tank destroyers down the line. But I played it very quickly and left it. And so I came back to this tank and wanted to try it out some more. I'm still actually working on the crew. The crew is only about an 80-something% crew at this point, low 80s. The thing about this tank is I don't know why I'm carrying any gold ammo. You really just want to use the HE. I mean, I suppose gold, if you're fighting other T18s or something, you know you really need to try to pen. Yes, you would need some gold ammo. But the high explosive on this works very, very well, as you're about to see. This was just one of those scenarios where, you know, the enemy players were like, what the heck is their tank destroyer doing there? As you will see in just a moment. So I'm waiting for a shot, obviously. Waiting. It gets so boring waiting now. So at some point I decide not to wait anymore and to just go for it. So here we go. So let's go into assault mode with the T18, shall we? This game's so short, I'm just going to show the whole thing. It's just... I mean, my team has already... well, actually, we've already lost 1 tank. So for a noob team, they're not doing too... They're doing better than us. Waiting. Nobody's down there. So I decide, oh, okay, here they all over here. So, ready? A big hello from the T18. Hello. Hi. Like to give you a hug. Yep. You don't want to miss out, do you? No, you don't. On the run, too, on that one. That was nice. Notice I pass up that Cruiser 3 at the other end of the street. He was like, is that a T18? And so I figure there's somebody over here, because there always is. Oh, there he is. Oh, bye-bye. When you can do side shots, you do side shots, especially in this tank. So there we go, 4 kills. And, we donked that one. And somebody else got him. The other T18 over there. Yeah, this is why players call this thing a seal clubber. I mean, it's just, you know, the only thing I've ever really been, if it's a tier 2 game, like this is a tier 2 tank, the only other tank that even essentially challenges me or other T18s on the American team. I mean, I'm sure there are other tanks, Panzerjäger 1, maybe, you know, in certain scenarios, especially if you're long range and he's be able to really use his gun to a great effect. I'm going to go ahead and cap here because obviously I can't in any way assure that I'll get back to the other, our own cap to interrupt their cap, so even though they are interrupting it. But there we go. Okay, this is a battle on Province, which the map system still calls Campagna. So obviously it was supposed to be in like a kind of a Roman Italian kind of thing. And looks like we've got 66%er, so you know, at this tier level, not really a whole lot of prediction factors. We've got a T1 who's played hardly no games with 58% win ratio. That's good. He could be a ringer. And then myself, and then pretty much everybody else is meh. But again with the T18, and I decided to kind of go to an unconventional spot here. I've seen some other players on the enemy team do this occasionally. It's a pretty effective spot. It's got a lot of hills and ridges now. It's not like you're sitting out the open. And this game is going to, I think this one, if I remember correctly, is a little more about the fairly decent accuracy you get with this gun at range. I see a Panzerjäger 1, Panzerjäger 1, and he is dead now, and their T7 car is also dead. We've done a kind of a exchange 1-for-1. They're moving up along this road over here where they have some cover in the town, and at some point, again, I'm in a tier 2 battle this time, so at some point I decide to use the effective armor of the T18 to greatest benefit, and that means essentially going on assault. Now, first I'm going to see if I can get this T2 medium, and I got him in one shot, so he must have penned for full effect. These rounds, by the way, will do a maximum damage of 170. Well, not maximum, but average damage of 175. So I obviously rolled really high there. They must have penned very well. Taking a few pot shots there just to see if there's anybody in those spots, because I'm thinking about going down, but I don't want to expose myself too much to fire from the rear or the side. And so I'm going to try to get this T7 car, combat car, but he just didn't want to cooperate, I think. Unless I finally do get him. Yep, no, that was just off. Does he stay there? Yeah, he does, but I missed... Oh, somebody else got him. So we're only up to 170 damage with our one shot on the T2 medium, but that is not the end of this fight. I creep down along this very, very stealthy mountain area here. I should be in complete open, but I think because no one spotted me on this side of the map yet, now they have. Probably, anyways. I don't have Sixth Sense on this crew. I try to get this guy, but nope, it's just not showing enough. Nope, so now I'm being shot at. And they're shooting at me with that wonderful machine gun fire. This Panzer II's going to take 2 shots. See, I've taken very little damage, but I do have that medium 2 behind me, or the medium 1, excuse me, and then we have this T18 who takes a few shots. He's got the smaller gun. I feel sorry for these guys who don't have the big howitzer. And then we've got an H-35 up here. I take a running shot at him. Enter the cap circle briefly here. And there's a T7 combat car up there, which I miss. Now let's go ahead and get him close then. Yeah, he's going to take more than one hit. That's kind of amazing, actually. He actually rams me. Not a good idea, dude. Okay, so now we have the H-35, which is a very tough tank armor-wise. I'm not sure why he hasn't done better. But at that range and that close, now we're going to watch. Because from here, something very, very probably humorous to most of you is going to happen. I'll play it twice, just because it's that good. So here he comes, T7 combat car. And let's just go right behind. I mean, come on. For new players. I mean, here, where did I go? Alright, so here's me. I'm going down, I'm killing the H-35. And then again, from back here, here comes the T7 combat car. Does he go behind me where the tank destroyer cannot shoot him? And maybe where he'd have better effective potential? Well, he's never going to pen me with his gun. But the point is that you don't go in front of tank destroyer. It looks like at this point he's going to ram me, I thought. Well, he's going to ram me. I only have 46 left. Maybe he'd kill me. But no, he decides... he's not even shooting. I guess he's reloading. He hits my track. And then goes... I didn't shoot him right there because well, actually, I shot him far enough ahead of me. But yeah, just kind of crazy that anybody would play that way. But I guess they're new enough that they just didn't know the right way to do it. So quickly I repair and I get the heck out of Dodge. There is a RD and a T1 left up there somewhere. Oh, the T1 is over. Oh wait, no, that was our guy, right? Okay, yeah. So we've secured a top gun, 6 kills. Not bad. Only I restarted the game. All right, back at the game. So the damage indicator up there is no longer showing me the correct damage. Well, I'll show you the screenshots on this one. I didn't do it on the last match simply because it was only 4 kills and I didn't do screen caps on that one. So. All right, so here's the game on Province in the T18. We did 1206 in total XP. I believe this is a ×1. 16,492 in credits. We got a Top Gun. We had a Spartan medal. We killed 6. We had a hit ratio of only 47% on this one. And we did total damage, of 798. 804 basic XP. So if you look at the enemy team, wow, they really didn't, they killed 3, but they didn't do much damage. Not that it takes much damage to kill some of these tanks, but yeah. The other T18 with me did 315 and killed 4, so the T18s definitely ruled that match. And then on shots fired, we shot 17 times with 8 direct hits, 1 splash damage, and 8 penetrations. Again, we got 72 hits received. That's mostly small arms kind of fire, machine guns and stuff. We got 3 of those shots penetrated, and we took potential damage of 760. And keep in mind, this tank, I believe, has like 240 hit points. Okay, we're joining this one in progress. We're on Swamp with a 53% chance to win. You can see the other team has some experienced players. They're mostly on the bottom end, though, with one decent guy in the middle there who's actually right around my skill range. So let's see how this goes, though. I'm kind of taking an interesting angled approach here to the Marder 38T. I haven't done a review video on this tank yet, but it's a great little tank destroyer. Probably a little OP. I wouldn't be surprised to see it get nerfed in the next patch or 2. Not sure what they would do to nerf it. Hopefully just maybe reduce the loading time or something simple. Obviously you can't really nerf it in terms of armor or anything like that. It just doesn't have any. So. But we're about to see, obviously, a decent game on this one. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have picked it. But I have to tell you, on an average, I think I've had really good games with this. In fact, after this video, I'll just take a look at my stats on this tank to give you an idea of the limited number of battles I played in terms of what kind of performance it's been doing. Since my tank destroyer experience is fairly decent in terms of... why I'm shooting at that rock, I don't know. This is the only problem with sitting in bushes. You really can't see sometimes. You're looking around for like a target to outline to show up. But you can't really see the battlefield. So I should have probably pulled up here, although I finally did get an outline. I was trying to basically maintain cover and not be seen by shooting through bushes that I'm not killing or neutralizing with my shots. Now this guy gets right up on top of me practically, so at this point he really should have seen me. Actually, not that guy, this guy to the left, who I'm not shooting at. So there's the LTP. He got 3 shots. And somebody's shooting me. When you hear that bonk sound in this, at least with yeah, I think it was the Panzer S35 pulled around that rock and shot me. No, I'm sorry, it was the T2 Light pulled around that rock and shot at me. So then I see the T-28 way over here, and I'm like, well, you know, as long as I have to pull back here and get into cover. And this is exactly what you should be doing in a tank destroyer. Maximize your fire. Don't stay focused on one target for so long that you miss potential other targets that may be on the battlefield. Because as you're pulling back and trying to essentially keep yourself out of fire, your enemy will either continue to move up on you, like in this sense they were moving up on me, but they stopped because they were afraid of exposing themselves too much. So there we go. I saved that M37 from at least that guy, but unfortunately, yeah, he ranks him. Now we have a T-28 somewhat charging near me, at me. Yep, he's charging at me. But you don't want to charge this 75mm. If you're fighting against this tank, you got to look at it. It's just like a lot of tank destroyers. It may have a weak armor. You know, you may be able to destroy it, but he's going to be able to do a whole lot more damage to you than you can to him, unless you are hitting him every time to the point of his obvious doom. Okay, this T82 is just kind of hiding over here. So we've only got 4 left. We're at 8-11, but you know, most of the players they have left are not very good. They have a artillery there, which is doing very well in this game with 3 kills. So that's the guy to worry about for me, anyways. That's why I'm staying on the other side of this hill. So essentially, I decided to wait here. I see the Hetzer. Now we're down to 2. It's me and my Arty. So me and my Arty, is a little far forward, which I don't like. Although he probably has a limited range at tier 3. And the T-40 is obviously taking interest in him. And I have to tell you, looking at this replay, I'm thinking that I did not calculate where the Arty was. Although I don't know if I had really gone back and supported him too much, because I would have had to cross over a wide open expanse there. T-40 might have easily been able to take a shot at me. So I hope that the Arty is in a good hunkered down position behind a rock or something, and essentially he's going to be able to hold out. But I'm going to push across here and try to flank the enemy, which is, generally speaking, always your best bet. Frontal attacks in a tank with very light armor, whether you're dealing with a tank destroyer or something, whatever. And I see the M37, who's trying to cross the open here, and I have to pull up a little bit to get some gun elevation. Now I have to wait for him. He actually cooperates and just goes right over the other side. Missed that first shot. Missed the second shot. So now I don't want an artillery behind me, so alright, now I have to change my tactics here. And go over to where he is, and he's coming across the thing. Likely, actually, he wasn't even coming at me. He was trying to climb up the hill. Now, I guess he's going to try to cap. And this is where I just totally getting frustrated, having missed those shots earlier. I was like, cannot believe this. Now the T-40's moving up. He's going to be able to potentially get a shot on me if he gets it. And you just notice the T-40 and artillery just killed each other in simultaneous sequence. Now the M37 has turned around. But he just shot the hill. He's probably lucky he didn't kill himself. And all I need is this little bit, and he's dead. Now, sadly, this still leaves me with 2 tanks and a decent. Actually, it must have been I believe it was the artillery. Now he's just hit me, probably, unless it was the D2 or the Marder. I think that was the Marder 2 actually that just hit me. But that German artillery on their team, the tier 4, was what killed our artillery. So, because as we can see, well, actually it doesn't say, but I can't remember how many kills the T-40 had, but I'm pretty sure that was the 4th kill. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. These are commentary on the fly. Alright, so I knew somebody's over there. I'm trying to spot them. This tank has pretty decent view range, especially with, you can see there's the Marder 2s, and he is there. But I decided to go ahead and shoot the Arty first, obviously. Not enough lead there. There we go. And I've apparently maintained, even though I don't have 6th sense, I'm fairly sure I've maintained my camo. So that just leaves me with a D2, which, you know, sometimes a D2 is not the easiest thing in the world to pen, but we'll see. I think I wait to see if anybody just shows up. I'm being very cautious. We have 7 minutes left, over 7 minutes. Almost 8 minutes left. I've got a top gun, which is nice. I've actually gotten quite a few top guns lately. I have been playing a few more low tiers than I usually play, which probably is why I've been getting more top guns. Like I got a couple in that, or I got one in the T18. There he is. He's poking around back there. You think he's AFK, but he's not. At least I thought he... Yeah, he's pointed right at me. And that's all she wrote. 7 kills. Alright, so here's the results screen for the Marder 38T battle on Swamp. As you can see, we got a Kolobanov's medal on that one, so that means we fought against 5 tanks at the end there and survived. And we had the Top Gun and 27,000 credits and 3,282 experience. So we fired 34 times and only had 17 hits, so that was a 50% hit ratio. Not really great for me, actually. I'm not sure what I was. Maybe I was drunk or something. I don't know. So let's check the team scores. I did 1,548 damage, 7 kills, base XP of 1,094. And we killed, obviously, quite a few. We killed 7. Then we had, again, the 34 shots fired, 17 hits, 17 penetrations. We received 3 hits with 3 penetrations for a potential damage received of 159. So that was close to killing us. And then we had 18 damage due to assistance. So, yeah, you know, all around, this thing's a little powerhouse in terms of just being a tank destroyer anyways, especially at a tier 4 level. And having to kill that many enemies. Although, you know, I think that it's interesting how they calculated that. It must have been, see, at the end of the battle there, I killed the M37, and I killed the Arty, and I killed the D2, and I killed the Marder 2, right? That's only 4. So what happened was our artillery killed the T40, right? Oh, it's not going to show up on this list, duh. Our artillery, because I never shot at them, our artillery killed the T40. Their artillery, but in that brief span, no, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I know, it's the other way around. So their artillery, oh my God, that must have been how it happened. So their artillery fired, killed our Arty, but the Arty must have just fired. The shell was in the air. The shell killed the T40, which was the 5th tank to do a Kolobanov's medal. The Kolobanov's medal is 5, that's standing alone against 5 tanks. Let me just double check that while I'm looking at this. Yeah, alone against 5 or more enemy tanks or self-propelled guns and wins. Unavailable in Clan Wars. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's the only way that explains how that happened. And it's kind of interesting. It was a split-second Kolobanov's medal. Otherwise, I would have only been standing against 4 tanks and survived. So, thank you, T40, for surviving and that couple of brief seconds or whatever, or half a second or whatever. All right, so let's take a look and see what the stats were on all those. Here's our FCM Pak40. You can see we have a 75% win ratio in this tank now. I believe it was 71 or 72 the last time I looked at it. But you can see battles 138, victories 75%, defeats 24, battles survive 56, hit ratio 52, destruction ratio 4.92. We destroyed 295 enemies to our being destroyed 60 times. Done 69,000 damage, but only received 12,000 damage. Yeah, average score, average experience 599, enemies destroyed 2.14 per battle. Damage caused to enemies 505 average. Damage received 90. So, yeah, good overall stats on that one. Let's see. Let me do it this way. So, the T18. See, I haven't actually done all that well. I haven't only played 23 battles in this, but, you know, 48% win rate. Yeah. So again, the crew's not quite up there yet in terms of being even 100%. But, and it certainly gets killed enough. We've destroyed 36 and only been killed 18 times. So that's, you know, destruction ratio of 2. That's not too bad. In fact, that's very good. In fact, what was the... Oh, actually, no, my destruction ratio for the FCM was almost 5. Yeah, anyways. So, Anyway, so yeah, that T18 still needs some work, but the Marder 38T was the one I was curious about. Because I've played now, let's see. Yeah, 60. It's already up to 63% win ratio. Played 35 battles. Damage ratio, or destruction ratio on that one's 2.41. And we've done 18,000 damage and received 7,000. So again, not quite as good as like the FCM. Actually, no, not even near as good as the FCM. But I think that this shows, you know, some real serious kind of kick-ass quality to the Marder 38T. There are quite a few tanks like that. For example, I've been playing the Tier 6, not the Hummel, but the Nashorn, excuse me. You can see that one's got a 53% win ratio so far with only 15 battles. I can't believe I've only played it 15 times. That's kind of weird. Sometimes it seems like you've been playing a tank like way more than, you know, like a dozen times or something, but then you look at the stats like, oh, only a dozen times, huh? But yeah, you know, this one's done really well so far. It doesn't, oh, let's see. So, you know, awards, we've gotten 2 snipers in it, one Hallidon's medal, and let me see on the 38T. Where we go again? Type 34, 38T. There it is. We've done that Top Gun, and again the Kolobanov's medal and a bunch of little ones. But on the FCM, we've now gotten 6 Top Guns on that one. Surprisingly, only 1 sniper. That's really is surprising. We actually gotten patrol duty on this thing before twice. Because of its long view range, it has a 400-meter view range. And then we got scout on it again because we detected more enemy vehicles than anybody else. And then on this one, we won the Pasuki's medal, which usually I get in a scout or something. But yeah, this one, we killed all their SPGs in that battle, in a battle too. And this one, I've also gotten 6 of these invincibles. Which invincibles are something, I don't know how rare they are. Maybe there are certain players get them playing certain tanks. Like, for instance, I noticed that Quickie Baby had no invincibles. I was surprised when I was looking at his score. I was trying to find something where I had, like, something he didn't have, and this was the only thing I could find that he didn't yet have an invincible. And this is where you survive 5 or more battles in a row without taking any damage in the same vehicle. So, in other words, I played at least 5 times in this FCM where nobody shot at me or I wasn't hit anyways and got no damage. So yeah, that at least is something I can claim. I can claim something. Otherwise, he's just way better than me. So yeah, let's go ahead and end it there on that wonderful note that I've been invincible. Yes, and a lot of good it does me sometimes. But yeah, that's the tank I've gotten them in. In fact, if I go to my main service record summary, you can see where you go to all the awards. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, where do you get to these? Invincibles. There they are. Yep, all in the same vehicle. Oh wait, no, it says oh, near record vehicles. I need to get one more. Oh no, I almost got it in the Object 704. I'm not sure that means 4 times you almost got up to it, or you got up to 4. Yeah. Anyways, so obviously you can see. I still have a lot of. I'm not really a award hunter, but I have a lot of awards here I could potentially be winning. I'm getting close on some of these though. I need to like destroy 2 more mouse tanks. You know, some of these. This one's pretty close. What's this one? The Master Tanker. I still have to destroy 2 more vehicles and more vehicles too. Anyways. So, just a little fun in the awards area. I really like these new screens since, what was it, 8.7 or 8.8 they gave us these? I can't remember when. But, yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them. Well, thanks for watching, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. Don't forget you can subscribe to the channel, and you can also check out our website, pcwarmachine.com. We've got several celebrity, I will call them celebrities. We've got several celebrity gamer blogger type people or video people. We've got Pointy Haired Jedi's helping out on the site, putting up his videos. And we've also got High Flyer 15 putting up his videos as well. So we're trying to build somewhat of a gaming community around it. So if you are interested in contributing in any way, let me know. If you want to just post in the forums or ask questions or whatever, that's fine too. You can use that site to your heart's content. Thanks for watching.